Andrew Berry is counting on Shedeur Sanders this year in 2026 as the starting quarterback. And also, what will be the role of Travis Hunter this year for the Jacksonville Jaguars coming off a severe injury? We gonna listen to the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars during this segment. So do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed, hit that notification button. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. And also share this video, hype this video, join the membership. Join the membership. Anything that you do would be highly appreciated. Once again, you watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. Let's get this show started. Let's go. Got it on my mind. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm never confident. Andrew Berry, the general manager of the Cleveland Browns, will be counting on Shedeur Sanders at that quarterback position as the Cleveland Browns embrace a youth movement this year in 2026. You remember when Andrew Berry introduced the head coach Todd Monken during his press conference, they emphasized the word youth movement. Andrew Berry and the owner used the word repeatedly discussing the youth of their roster. I believe we'll have the youngest team next year in the NFL by the owner, Jimmy Haslam. And he also went on to say these words right here. Particularly in the phase of the roster construction, the first thing we actually looked at is we wanted someone who could lead, develop, and grow a young football team. Because frankly, we're probably going to be, if not the youngest, one of the youngest teams in the NFL in 2026. So when you look at that statement that both of them made, the owner and the general manager, they going youth in this upcoming draft. And you all got to remember the last year draft. Right there on the screen, Andrew Berry hit on just about all of them. Even Dylan Gabriel can be considered as a bag-up quarterback in this league, right? Andrew Berry selected Mason Graham on the defensive side, Carson Swetson as the linebacker, and he was the rookie of the year. You got Quinshon Judkins at that running back, and they also drafted one of the best tight ends in the NFL as a rookie this year in Harold Fanning Jr. You got Dylan Gabriel. We saw how he looked. And you got to look at the running back also that they drafted. That's Sampson. And also Shedeur Sanders at that quarterback. So if Andrew Berry can concentrate on the offensive side of the ball and continue to hit just like he did last year, oh man. Look here, Cleveland Brown is not that far away like many people, especially the Cleveland media. They own media is killing their football team. Keep saying they don't know what they got, they don't know what they doing. But I'm here to tell you right now, they are not that far away from winning their division. They're just not. Only thing we all know what they need. They need an offensive line and one or two good wide receivers. And they set. They got the coaching staff. They got the special team coach. Only thing left is Todd Monken to find a defensive coordinator to go with that defense. That defense ready to hunt. You hear me? Only thing they need to do is find some offensive lineman. Some offensive lineman that is way better than what they got. You don't want that offensive lineman. I tell you what, I'm going to let EMORY Hunt explain this situation to you better than me. All right? Listen to the CBS sports reporter, EMORY Hunt, letting you know and letting Miss Martin know that the Cleveland Browns is not that far away. And he ain't no Shedeur hater. Emory Hunt.
And Andrew Berry, we talk about what he did in 2025. His draft class was outstanding. I mean, and we talk about the hits he had. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Carson Swessinger. You talk about what you loved in Quinshon Judkins and what he did when he was out there healthy. Harold Fannin probably should have got Offensive Rookie of the Year. I don't know why he got snubbed, to be honest. Gabriel has proved to be a good backup at least, and now he gets to work with Monken. Sampson stepped in nicely for, what he did for Judkins when he got hurt, and also the undrafted rookie free agents. This was a guy that nailed Isaiah Bond, Gage Larverdane, who was their star punt returner. He also had Aiden Huntington, another defensive tackle that he was able to grab as an undrafted rookie free agent. And when Judkins went down, Rocket Sanders stepped up and played really well. So if Andrew Berry can have another draft like he did in 2025, going into 2026, the Browns could be in position to be competitive and get to one of these postseason spots. Again, they won their last 2 games against division opponents. I know everybody around them is going to get better, but this team is not as far off as you may think.
Okay, so while you were speaking this entire time, I was taking notes so we can talk about your stance here. They haven't sat atop of the AFC North since the 80s. There's no Njoku next season, something to remember. No wide receiver outside of Jerry Jeudy scored a touchdown last season. Let's remember that, so they'll need some help there. So now your quarterback room currently looks like Sanders, Watson, and Dylan Gabriel. I mean, do they add a bridge quarterback? That's still yet to be determined. We don't know if Shedeur is their guy just yet. And their impending free agent list, I mean, it's the entire starting offensive line. So we don't even know if those guys are even coming back. So you do need to build around whoever is going to be under center. So you talk about the draft. Yes, they will need to draft extremely well, but is this a desirable place for free agents? Yet to be seen. That is my argument. We heard his. Go ahead.
I will say this, though. Listen, Kiana, I am 78 years old. Just because I don't hate watch Shedeur Sanders, it allows me to look 44 because that ages you. Sometimes you get ages. So my thing is, if you are looking at the game just from a football perspective, you realize a lot of those things that you listed are not as big of an issue as it may be perceived. So we just talked about that offensive line.
That's a problem.
You sure you want some of those guys back? Like you saw how they. So the thing is, they could still get better. We don't know, and I feel like they are in the right position to get better.
That's Emory Hunt of CBS. Hey, sports talking about the Cleveland Browns are not that far away, especially if Shedeur Sanders is the starting quarterback. What Miss Kimberly talking about? Talking about the free agent. Are you sure the free agent want to come down? Yeah, they want to come down. They want to play for Shedeur. They want to play with Shedeur. I'm just trying to tell y'all right now. Crazy things are happening in the league right now. Teams go from worst to first all the time. If the Browns get good quarterback play from Shedeur Sanders to go with that standout defense, the path to winning gets much shorter. If the Browns had 14 rookies on the roster at the times in 2025. They led the league with 185 games played by rookies. The AFC champion Patriots were next at 174. Only thing I'm trying to tell you, Andrew Berry is counting on Shedeur to solidify that quarterback position. If they get good quarterback play from Shedeur Sanders, and if Andrew Berry hit on this offensive line and a wide receiver is added to the room, just like he did last year, man, come on, y'all. We on our way. We are on our way. And I believe, and I know Andrew Berry going to do good in this upcoming draft. They got a fresh new start with a better head coach. I just believe. I believe he's a better head coach than Kevin Stefanski. That's Todd Michaels. Hit on the offensive line and get you a good wide receiver. And let's ride, baby. Let's ride. Andrew Berry is counting on Shedeur Sanders. I promise you, no way they let Todd Michaels take that job if he didn't have a plan of developing Shedeur Sanders. No way, family. No way. You think that Andrew Berry and his owner would have let Shedeur Sanders play the last seven games as a starter when Dylan Gabriel, who they drafted before him, just started 6 games? If they thought so much of Dylan Gabriel and thought so less of Shedeur Sanders, no way he would have finished the season at 7 games. No way, family. I don't care what Mary Kay, I don't care what the Cleveland media or the Cleveland Inside try to paint that picture last year about Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel. No way they would have let that happen. Shedeur Sanders is being counted on by the GM and the owner, Jim Haslam, to be their QB1 this year. Hands down. No further discussion. I don't care what free agent they try to talk up. I don't care what kind of quarterback they may draft in this upcoming draft. Shedeur Sanders will be the starting quarterback and the future quarterback and the franchise quarterback for the Cleveland Browns for many years to come. Now, I got to move on. Let's talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars with Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter got married, got a kid now. I'm sure his life done changed. He went through a severe injury. He's rehabbing. Look like he's ready to come back and play a significant role with this football team, because you got to remember easily now. Remember, the Jacksonville Jaguars, I think they went 13-4 without Travis Hunter. So what will be his role next year for the Jacksonville Jaguars? Let's listen to the Jacksonville head coach as he talk about Travis Hunter this upcoming season.
I definitely think we're going to continue the plan in terms of offense, defense. Now, that may alter, right, based on how he continues to evolve with his knee and with how that starts to work. So he's going to play both, right? Like, what that looks like may be a little bit different than it looked like this year, right? Because, all right, we just went through a season, went 13-4, played pretty well on the offensive side of the ball with a good group, right? A group that's all coming back. And how do we continue to mix Travis into that and help our offense get better? That'll be what we do. Defensively, we know, man, he can definitely go play corner.
That's the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars talking about the role of Travis Hunter this upcoming year. I can't wait to see Travis Hunter get back out there. He's saying that it might look different because that team looked real good without Travis on the offensive side of the ball. But he said he knows Travis Hunter will be on that defensive side of the ball. So I'm sure they'll sprinkle in some plays for Travis since he's coming off that injury on the offensive side of the ball. And we're going to see how it looked for Travis Hunter this upcoming season. Travis Hunter is coming back with a vengeance. Once again, you watching Sports Talk with P. Watts. You got to do me a favor. Do me a solid. Hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification button. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. Will you do that for me? Hype this video. Join the membership. Join the membership. We need 20 more people to join the membership. Join the membership. Anything that you do will be highly appreciated. Once again, thank you for watching Sports Talk with P. Watts. Until later on, peace.